Hi guys, and welcome to another Bootstrap 4 video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. This video today is an extract from one of our courses about how to build a countdown page from scratch with Bootstrap 4. And in this video we're going to style our contact form. We're going to take a regular contact form and make it a lot more interesting looking. We're going to customize it like this, so we've got some nice hover effects going on, and we've got a form that sits nicely with the rest of the styling on our site here. If anybody's interested in taking this course, it's a fully comprehensive course that will teach you how to build this Bootstrap 4 site from scratch, and there's actually 4 pages with a success page, and we use a bit of JavaScript for the countdown and some PHP for making the contact forms work. And we go through the whole process from starting from scratch, from nothing, to actually uploading to an online server and making the site live. So if you're interested, have a look below. There's a link below with a huge discount. You can get this course for just $9.99. So do take a look. So here we go. Now that we've got our form on the page, let's start styling it how I want it. So I'm going to get rid of these titles here. So I'm just going to have something inside here. So let's do that first. Let's go to our contact.html page here. And here are the labels. Those are those titles. I'm just going to delete each one. Select, hit the delete key, boom. Close the gap. Okay, let's save that. Now those should have disappeared. There we go, that's a little tidier there. Now I want it to say your name, your best email, and we'll have to add one here that says your message. And those are the placeholders. You see there's John Doe. So we'll say your name. And placeholder for this one, say your email or your best email or whatever you care to put there. And this one hasn't got one, so let's put one in there. I'm just going to copy this one. And I'm going to add it after the rows there. Doesn't really matter. And the amount of rows is the height of your actual message column there. I'll change it in a minute just to demonstrate. So this one wants to say your message. Well, how can we help? Like I say, you put in whatever you want to put there. So let's save that. Back to the site. Refresh. Now there we go. We've got your name, your best email, and how may we help. What I was talking about is that number of rows. At the moment we've got 3 there. If you see, if we look along here, we've got rows 3. If I increase that to 6, I'm going to change it back because I quite like the 3. Control S to save. This will get a lot deeper, or twice as deep basically. You see? So however large you want your message field to be, I think 3 is ample. So let's just save that. That's fine. Right, let's style these a little bit. Let's get them looking a little more like these. So let's right click and inspect. And there we are. It's the class of form control. There it is right here. Scroll it up so we can see. Display. So I don't want to change any of that. Padding I might want to change in a minute. Background color. I'm going to make that transparent. There we go, that's starting to work already. And this border, I think, was 2 picks solid white border, so let's make this 2 picks. Make that 2 picks solid and make it white. Okay, and on a border radius, they've got 0.25 rem. I'm going to do 50%. That may not work on here. We may have to do a pixel ratio. So let's just try. If I put 50% in there, those two will look alright, but I don't think that one's going to look alright. So let's put 50% in there and see what happens. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Border radius. That's I mean, that was turning it into a circle. What I meant to put in was 50 picks. Okay, yeah, so those two look fine, but that's a bit too much for me. So let's take that down a little bit. Let's just select that 50 and roll it with my mouse wheel. That's better. That's better. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's just pull this up a little bit. So I'm going to copy the whole thing and then I'm going to delete the bits that we didn't change. So let's go back to our brackets and to our custom CSS this time. Let's go down and let's create another title and we'll call it contact form. Now let's drop down one and paste in what we had there. Get a little bit more space. Form control. Okay, we didn't change display, width, padding, font size, line height, color. You may want to change that color. Because that's the actual color of the font in there. I'm going to leave that color. Let's delete all of these. Background color we did change. Background clip we didn't touch that. Border to that we did that. We changed that. That bottom one we don't want for the moment. It's got an ease. We'll probably put our own transition in there in a moment. Let's just save that. Control S and go back to the site and see what we've got. Yeah, I see. So if we type in there, our characters are dark. If we go back to the brackets there, that's that color right there. For instance, if I was to change that to blue, let's just test out our theory. Well, let's change it to red, we'll be able to see it better. Not that I'm going to save it as red or keep it as red. Control S to save. Refresh. Now start typing in there. No, that did not affect that colour at all. Let's go back there, see what's going on here. There we go. I had to force it to do that. I think I'd like it better if, when it's in focus like that, if the background was, say, black or dark or whatever colour you want it to be, and that writing was white, sort of more like our other things here. So let's go back here. And what we need to do Just copy what we've got going on here. Oops. Drop down a couple just so we can see what's going on. Copy what we've got going on here. Drop it down a couple. Paste it in there. And here we're going to put colon. Focus, no gap, no gap. And we're going to make that white. Color of the font. Actually, I'll keep that important right there. FFF is white. Background color. Let's make it black for a moment. We can always change it. Black is 000. Border. Why don't we use that blue color we use for those buttons, which was here, that navbar, border color. Let's use this. And shall we? Let's have some fun and put on that box shadow as well. So let's just take both of those. That was that hover class that we did for those buttons here. So we'll go take that. I can just get rid of that. In fact, I can get rid of that line there. Let's just copy this and put it after there. It's just one less line of code. Okay, so it's got that box shadow. So I've hit Control S. Let's go back to the site. Before I refresh, if I right click and select this, just so you can see what we were doing there. Here's the form control. And if we want to see what it's doing on the focus, remember we haven't saved yet, so we won't see our code. You hit this little hov element here and just check the box that says focus, and it tells you what's going on focus. Oh, it is actually reading it from our style sheet even though we haven't saved. That's quite cool. So if you wanted to change the focus live, we could do it that way. So what we've done is we've changed it so it's going to be like our buttons here, and it's going to have that glow and the blue outline. It's going to have white writing. And it's got that glow, that box shadow there. So let's close that out. At the moment it's not because we haven't refreshed it. So once we refresh, let's see what happens. There we go. Now it's got that glow. I think maybe that black's a little too much. Let's just take it down perhaps. Take the opacity down. So let's inspect. And again, we want to hit that hov and check out that focus there. Which is here. And let's take that opacity down just a little bit. Oh, we can't see what's going on there. Let's bring it up so we can see what's going on. Bring that opacity down just so we can see through a little bit, but it is darker. So you can see that's darker than this, but you can actually see through it. So that's 6 zeros and a 30 on the end of it. Let's just remember that. It's no problem. Just go back to our style sheet, close this one out. I think that works. You can still see a bit of it through there, but it's definitely darker than one that's not in focus. So our background color was 6 zeros and 30. Save that. Back to the site again. Let's refresh. There we go. That saved that all for us. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. And it works with all of these forms when you click on them. kind of like to see, well, actually it'd be kind of nice if it did this when it hovered as well, which is really easy to do since we've already done the work. Simple. Let's go back to our custom CSS. Let's copy this, Control C, and where it says focus, let's write hover. So it'll do this not only when we focus on it, it'll also do it when we hover on it. Control S to save. I apologize, this video is going on a little bit long. Let's refresh. There we go. Now when we hover on it, it does that too. If we're focused on that one and we hover on another one, it'll light up as well. Very easy to do. So I'm going to stop here, and in the next video we'll style. I want to turn those white and perhaps move them across slightly, and we want to style this button so it looks a little more like this, and perhaps have it over in the middle here. Well, there you have it. I hope that was useful to you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in web development, this course and many other courses you will find below. We've got some huge discounts for all our YouTube subscribers. There's also some great free courses down there, so do take a look. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.